KC's Audio Vault.
Todd and Terrence and Brian Cook of Why, February 28th, 2011.
In studio, we've got Why.
Well, part of us.
3/5 of Why.
There you go.
You have been chosen, supernova.com and Power 97, for the Band of the Month for March. So we'll be featuring your tunes over the next 4 weeks.
Nice.
Very cool.
Where are the other two guys?
Rob's in France, claiming he's doing promo work, which we're going to, sure. It's called wine tasting, I think. So Rob will be back soon, and he couldn't make it back in time. And Dave couldn't get out of his day job. So he's listening right now.
So if Rob is doing some promo,
I think he is doing some promo in France.
What is, because you guys have been getting airplay other parts of the world besides where you're from.
We
here
seem
in
to have a
Winnipeg.
better. We were looking at this, and there was sort of a demographic thing through a couple different sites saying that we're doing really good in the States, but Canada kind of is ignoring us, except here. This very building. It's nice to get some recognition. The Canucks like us in this building, so. And
I see there's a couple new tunes as well.
Yeah, we're in the middle of an album right now, which has been kind of crazy. And just to go around the board, we've got Todd Laurie on lead guitar, who's not playing anything today, and Terrence Garasoni, who's sitting here staring at the microphone.
Yeah.
And we all have our coffees in the morning.
Yes, and we're good. So you have a bass player, guitar player, and a guy who yells into a microphone, so. There you go. So
is the album written and you're just kind of knocking them off as you go?
Exactly. This is the first time we've done it where we did it piece by piece. We're using Steve Green's studio, Green Egg Studios, full out. He mixed the last album, but we kind of recorded it in a home studio. And that was great. You could work till 3 a.m. and tootle around. And now we're kind of working in a situation where it's more, we have all these songs written. Let's go and do them song by song and not kind of go back and forth. It's not as fun, but you have to be a little more meticulous. You have to have all your wood pre-cut before you go in. And we assemble in the studio, but it's nice because then once we get in there, he lets us fiddle around for a while. He doesn't have a clock on us, so
2 down. How many more to go?
I think we've got three or four down. Yeah. So it's just you haven't heard those. Right. Although I think the Prisoner of Hope song was released early because it was after the Haiti earthquake, and we quickly just kind of gave that to UNICEF in a hurry, and we were probably going to go back and fix that up a bit before we put it on the album. But I think we're 4 or 5 songs in now. And we'll just keep going until we run out of material. But I think hopefully we'll have something ready to go by the summer. Hopefully. Yeah.
Nice.
Deadlines are fun.
Well, piece by piece, you can sort of feel like you're getting towards your goal every time.
Yeah, exactly.
Do It Scared and Crash Into the Future. Those are the two I think we're going to feature this month. Any story behind either of those?
Terrence? Don't look mad at me. How dare you talk to me?
For me, that was the first time I was brought into the band to write the pieces. So it was a new experience getting together with new musicians and writing tunes. So I had a lot of fun with Crash Into the Future, and Do It Scared was a little different. I wasn't used to that type of style, so.
Definitely. I mean, and musically too. I was just a song we were working on just recently. I think there was like even almost we were like, that's a great bass rhythm, and we're like, where'd that come from? And it was like some kind of salsa rhythm, but you did it really dark. And like, oh, okay, don't tell anybody that. But no, it's cool. Actually, Terrence came originally from a band called Driven Nation, who we had played shows with, and then when we needed a bass player, he was kind of the go-to guy, and just a perfect fit, personality wise. So yeah, it's nice, and it really feels like a friendship thing. So it's been great in the studio because we can just sort of flesh things out. Everyone has different musical tastes, so it's not one kind of vision. Everyone has really very. I mean, he's a big Muse fan. Well, so am I, but you kind of have a Muse background, and Todd, you're kind of all over the map when it comes to music, and I'm a Radiohead kind of guy. And
I think too, going into the studio, like the egos are left at the door. Yeah. So whatever works best for the song, and that's the main goal. So.
And has that come from many years of doing this?
I think it just comes from just knowing that the music's more important than you are. I think it's less about being rock stars and more about writing music that's going to hit people where they live. I think we really want to write a soundtrack for people's daily lives and be real. And I think then people can connect to a song that's real and not some kind of put on, overthought kind of demographic friendly. Oh, who's our demo? Like, just let's do a song and be honest when we do it, and let the song have its way with us, sort of thing.
Charity and awareness of social issues, very much a part of Why.
I don't know if that's the case, but it happens, but that's not who we are.
The singles money goes towards Oxfam, UNICEF.
Well, there's a certain sense of responsibility, I think. I mean, if you're put in a position where you can communicate with people that other people don't have the opportunity to do that, then I feel a social responsibility to be able to help out where I can too. It's a privilege. I mean, being able to do this. So.
Well, I think it's a privilege to live in North America. If you watch the news, you realize real quick that we really don't have much to complain about. We complain the most, but we really have nothing to complain about. You talk to somebody, I've met people from Kenya and places like that, and they're like, oh, it's so great to be here. I'm like, really? It's really cold. Yeah, but no one's trying to kill me. It's like, and there's water coming out of the taps, and yeah, I guess I take that for granted. But honestly, we're just a rock band, and I think sometimes I think people think we're, oh, you're like the postman. You've got a message to deliver, and that's not the case. I think sometimes just the songs, like "Prisoner of Hope" was just a song about being in an office or working in a workplace, and you see somebody during the economic crash, and I thought, how can some people still be so positive? And you're looking at them going, what's with you? Like, how are you? And that's what that was about. But then when the earthquake hit, the first line of the song was, you survived another deadly surprise. And I thought, okay, you know what? And your treasure's buried under rubble and debris. I think this is about the Haiti earthquake, although we wrote it like back in December. Right. So we thought, let's just get in the studio and get this out. And we kind of had a relationship with somebody at UNICEF. So we said, look, can you guys use this? We'll give all the iTunes money to you guys. And I mean, the song will have a different version of it on the album, but we just thought, let's just put it out there. And so it came out early. But I mean, honestly, I think it'd be nice just to write a record that's just about life. And I mean, people are going to take them for what they are, and that's cool too. It's not that we're trying to, I think sometimes you try to write songs that are just about nothing, and I find the ones I try to be most frivolous with, they end up being, oh, that's the one with that message about the, really? Oh, okay. And it's people who come and tell you what the song's about, and you're like, oh, yeah, that's what that's about. And
they're reading into it.
Oh, yeah, that's what a song should be. It shouldn't be kind of like, mapped out, I don't think.
And sometimes there's comparisons to U2 as well?
Maybe. I think that's probably on my vocal. My Celtic blood's coming through. But I think the guys musically are all over the place. I mean, this album especially, I'm hearing a lot of different influences. Everything, as I said, from like, the extreme sounds of Muse to, I don't know, I think everyone's coming from a different place. Rob's way out in kind of John Lennon land. And he would do the whole album on piano if we let him. And we have to go, no, you know what? We're going to have you unplug that or turn that off. We're going to put your guitar on. And, yeah, I think we'll leave Coldplay alone. But, I mean, I think we're all over the place. I mean, we've got Crash in the Future, which is like our driving rock song. And you've got Do It Scared, which I think is more of... actually, I was thinking we were in the studio and we were talking about 30 Seconds to Mars, that Kings and Queens song. And I said, that's kind of the energy that's kind of coming through on that tune. Sort of this jump off the roof kind of abandon. So I think, as I said, the rest of the album's going to surprise people. These are the more kind of radio-friendly songs. There's some pretty interesting songs coming, and with strange stuff. We're really experimenting a lot, so we're just kind of letting the music do what it wants. And if it's a single, it's a single. And if it isn't, then it's just a cool album track. But we're trying to approach everything like a fully functioning song that would work on radio. But
so there's a couple out there on MySpace,
mm-hmm.
And people can follow you on Twitter as well. Any other? What's
Reverb Nation?
Reverb Nation, yeah, that seems to load faster than MySpace.
Yeah.
I don't know what's with MySpace
it
lately. It's like running on molasses or something. I'm not sure what's going on.
I think it's in the downward spiral of this.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's a great place to post your stuff and then just sort of forget about it. Yeah.
As these songs are done, it'll be out there on Reverb Nation and MySpace, or you want to kind of hold it for now?
Well, we've got some stuff on. We've been discussing what releasing the singles to iTunes. We do have Prisoner of Hope on iTunes. We have, some of the Red album is on iTunes. You can get that still. I think Lazarus Effect will be up there for a little bit longer. It's almost gone now. I think the physical CDs are gone. But yeah, I mean, you can find us on iTunes. You can track us down, as I said, on MySpace, but it's WHYY, and it's just Reverb Nation as well. And we'll hopefully get some stuff out there. I think you can get the Fresh IE remix version of Crash in the Future for free on Reverb Nation right now. So if you go there now, you can get that downloaded, and it's also a ringtone. So
we definitely don't want to release every song on the album as a single either. We're just kind of giving a taste of what's going to be on the album, and we'll have a cutoff at some point.
Right.
Yeah. But there's this whole idea, the rethinking of the whole, what is the album? I still like having an album. I'll download something and I'll go and buy it. Like Radiohead's new album, I'm going to go and buy that when it's available. But I like getting to hear it early. And Black Rebel Motorcycle Club's another band. I'll go and listen to it or get it off iTunes or get it off a site, and then I'll go and buy it. And I think it's the point now, it's really not even about, I don't know if the music is the product. I don't think the disc is the product. I think the bands are the product now. And I think if you're great live, you survive. And maybe the music's just a calling card or a business card, and it's a way to get people to come and see you live. Because that's really why you do music. It's not just to have these cool recordings, although it's a nice expression. But really, when we rehearse, we get together on Tuesdays and just kind of run the songs and write and rehearse for the upcoming shows. Those songs seem to flesh out better live, I think. They have a life of their own. They're a much bigger life now than they are on the recordings. So I think that's it. I think it's just really about trying to figure out what the business is. I don't know if you can even make a living off recorded music anymore. I don't know, but we're going to try to do the best recordings we can. And
it's nice to have a cohesive album that you can listen to, and everything kind of fits together. That seems to be lost to a lot of popular music artists these days.
Well, I mean, people are still buying Pearl Jam albums, and people are still picking up Radiohead and some of these artists. So, I mean, I think there's still a market for an album. I just think that the Moby thing about smart music and dumb music, and he was saying that the people that are into smart music tend to download it or not pay for it, and so the charts are dominated by kind of what he referred to as dumb music. But I don't know if I go that far, but I think I see his point that some of the cool bands, well, why aren't they charting? Because you're not paying for them. So you're not going to see a lot of these cool bands making it to the airwaves. So I mean, you're a programmer, but I'm just saying that's the way the charts work, and it's based on sales and based on, and most people aren't paying for music anymore. So
if you can get it for free, you usually just get it for free.
Absolutely. We don't usually sit down either and say, okay, this album is going to be about this theme and try to write to that. It's the music just comes out, and wherever it goes, and then what's happening is it all fits together anyway. So
or you just leave out what doesn't fit, or ignore that and just say, I don't know, I like this song, let's just put it on the album. It's nice to have a CD out. I know that, but
yeah, and the biggest thing with the guys in the band is nobody's limited just to that instrument. It's, you're a musician playing a guitar, or you're a musician playing drums. So we all contribute in the writing process, and that's what makes it different. You can always hear it through the music.
Oh, you've got a case where you've got Dave, our drummer, Dave Bergmuller, who also plays piano. He's classically trained. And then you've got Rob, who plays piano and guitar. And we've had a friend of ours, Eric Norquist, sitting in on some of our live shows, doing some of the stuff that would have been sequenced at one time. Now is doing it live, which frees me up to kind of go over the top with these songs and not have to be limited to a click where we can't step out of there because it's sequenced. So yeah, I think it's nice to see the songs are being allowed to breathe and flesh themselves out live. So.
And when is the next time we can see Y live?
Ooh, we took a break. We did 3 or 4 shows in a row, and then we stopped. And we did promise we were going to go back to Point Douglas and do something there, because we did an amazing street show there that originally we were all kind of going, this would be fun, do a street show. We were asked to come play. And you're thinking, well, Point Douglas, And we got there, and there's all these amazing families.
That was awesome.
It wasn't a bunch of gangs. It was a bunch of families with kids trying to just get, and they were so receptive. We had kids coming up, we're signing storybooks. Will you sign this? Like, no, here, have a CD. And the next day, the guy that worked down there, one of the caseworker said, it's amazing. We've got kids walking down the street singing your songs. And I, what? He says, yeah, they're singing your songs in the street. It was great. I was like, well, that's amazing. It was like one of those moments you think, well, wouldn't it be great to open for so-and-so and play this big stadium show? And then, you think about this little kid walking down the street singing your song. I think that's more of a hit right there. I think that's a hit. We're a hit, they were very receptive to us. And I'd love to go back there and play at least once a year if we could, just go back there, because it was, and people come like, so thank you for coming and playing here. Like it was some big deal. It's like, we just got in a car and drove here and did a show. But they were just really, really appreciative that we were playing in this neighborhood, because it was such a sort of this dark shadow put over that area of the city. And really, there's some beautiful, beautiful families down there who just love to have a good time. There were some hip hop artists and there was rock artists, and it was just a lot of fun to see them just kind of party in the street, where it was sort of this negative vibe hanging over that area of town.
I think too, we're waiting for Rob to come back from France as well, so we plan on doing some shows in the summertime and stuff.
We've been doing some shows. We got a few shows without him, which kind of is okay, but it wasn't fun. And Rob will be here soon, so we're going to get out and start doing some more. We're going to do like a full out thing, and we've been getting a lot of people in the States asking us to come down there, so we'll figure out how we can do that financially and see if it's going to work or not. It's kind of a mini tour of some kind. So,
well, we'll keep an eye on the Y MySpace and Twitter and Reverb Nation, and if there's any updates over the next month throughout March, just let us know and we'll throw it on for our weekly spin on Thursday nights.
Great. Cool. And we're on Supernova, so that's
Supernova.com as well.
Listen to us there. You can hear us there.
Absolutely. Well, guys, thank you very much for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us, man.
All the interviews you want on iTunes and at Power97.com. Casey's Audio Vault.
Casey Norman is Power 97's music director and can be heard every weekday from 2 till 6 in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Power 97 is Winnipeg's best rock.